Good evening. Welcome to today's stream. I hope everyone's doing well. I can already see Jilly and Amelia. I don't know if you're still around, but you certainly were in chat very early, both of you. I hope you're both having a good day. Oh, Jilly, you are there. Hi. I just want to catch up on the chat. So you've been drinking Mexican Coke at 7:30. Sounds delicious. Sounds delicious. I can never handle really sugary drinks right in the morning. I did have... my wife and I did share a bottle of Coke. And I had the same issue. I couldn't find the bottle opener either. We usually have a bottle opener in our dining room. And I could not find it. I will admit, I do need to tidy up the dining room. So I strongly suspect the bottle opener is just somewhere that I've put and forgotten where it is. But I had to use the one that's attached to the fridge. But yeah, I prefer to have my Coke in the evening. That's when I like to have a sugary drink or something. Moondrop, good to see you as well. Amelia, you are here. Oh, and Moondrop, you got out of music to be here. Oh, wow. I mean, I hope you're able to pick up the music another time. Is that a music class or something? But I hope I'm not keeping you from anything important, is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Jilly. I'm just going to pin that message. There we go. I like that. And Amelia, you saw the YouTube short that we did today. Yes, I'm pretty proud of that. I wanted to do that YouTube short closer to the release of ZA, but I didn't have the time. I kind of wish I'd made time. It's been something I've been meaning to do for a few weeks. I just haven't found the time to do. I like it because as soon as I saw that that advert, the news report advert for Malamar that Pokemon put out before ZA came out, I knew I wanted to. And no, it was only when I saw that, and then I also saw that they were selling my friend Malamar themed boxes in the Pokemon Center. As soon as I got that, I was like, oh, I really want to do a video using Pokemon's advert, but with like my Pugs being the the news anchor, and then the interviewed person who just wants Malamar as a friend. So I liked it. Jilly, you're gonna start work in a few hours, around 6. Well, it was 6 hours, so it's probably closer to about 4 or 5 hours. Hope you have a good day at work. But you're gonna put down Genshin and move over to Pokemon. Fair enough. So before we start, there was a couple of things I wanted to do. So I think this is like the third stream where we're trying to get a shiny Palkia. So I thought what would bring us luck is if we had a bit of a mascot. So I've rummaged through my belongings and I remembered that I had this there we go, this Palkia that I got from a Happy Meal, and the wings move if you press this button. The video is a bit jerky, apologies. I'm not quite sure why the video is a bit jerky. The video is a bit jerky, actually. It's not really picking that up. Anyway, I've got my Palkia that I got from a Happy Meal. So that is on my desk now. So with Palkia next to me, I'm hoping that means that maybe we find the shiny. That's the idea. That's the idea. But I thought that was cool. I remember they in the UK they gave away quite a few of these toys, and it was a while ago. I think it was about 5 or 6 years ago. And I know I've got one for Kyogre, I've got one for Dialga, and I've got a few. I think maybe a Tornadus and a Thundurus as well. I know I didn't get the Groudon, and I really wanted the Groudon. I think maybe the Groudon is the only one I don't have from the set, but I thought I'd get out old Palkia to help with this, because I do think it's cool. It's my favourite Happy Meal toy I think I've ever had. Oh, Amelia, how am I? We're doing well. I'm doing well. The pugs are doing well. Daruk is downstairs. We have Mifa upstairs with us. She's just chilling in the top bed just there. And oh, Jilly, what should you shiny hunt during the stream? Do you have a shiny Fennekin? Because that's what my wife has been hunting all day today, without success. So I would say, yeah, if you're, I think shiny Fennekin's worth it. So if I had to offer a suggestion, I would go for that. Just, solely because my wife and I are hunting that on her account at the moment. No luck yet, but I think we both know that when it does shine, it's going to be worth it. So it's entirely up to you, Jilly, whatever you want to go for. But if you wanted to go for the shiny Fennekin, just know that my wife and I, we're both feeling the same pain. We've been hunting for it for a few days now without success. It will shine, we're sure, but just I think we've had every single other shiny. So we've had the Swablu, the Noivern, the Salamence, the Alpha Lopunny, even the Alpha Salamence we've had, but not the Fennekin. But we're sure it will shine eventually. And Moondrop, the music was just something that you liked. That is good. That is good to know. And you're currently playing Pokerogue, and you're going to do Generation 2 Mono. Well, good luck with that, Moondrop. Good luck with that. That sounds great. That does sound great. Amelia, excuse me, my voice just went then. Amelia, you're feeling a little better. I'm glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that, because I know you've not been feeling well for the past couple of days. And James, good to see you. I hope you're doing well as well. Right, here we go. This is our first encounter of the day. That does not look shiny to me. That does not look shiny to me. And it's not shiny. Okay. We didn't get it on the first try. But we'll be streaming for about 2 hours today. Okay, right, I got you. So James, my wife does join the stream chat every now and again. And yeah, as Jilly said, her name on YouTube is Maiden. So if you see someone in Maiden, named Maiden, who joins the chat and who is also a moderator, so you'll be able to tell, that's my wife. Jilly is a very helpful friend, definitely. But yeah, at the moment, my wife is downstairs with Daruk. We're keeping the dogs separate at the moment, just because it's Mifa's time. Mifa's on her period, so they get very, Daruk especially. He gets very excited, very worked up. He's not calm when he's around her. So he just hassles her, honestly. So it's while that's happening, it's a lot easier for Daruk to be downstairs with my wife and for me to be upstairs with Mifa, where she can just chill out, be calm and relaxed. And there is my wife. Hello, wives. How are you? I already know because I saw you 5 minutes ago, but welcome to the chat. I hope you bring good luck. It wasn't shiny. It wasn't shiny. Imagine if the Palkia gets named Maiden. That would be funny. And I should say that Maiden, my wife, was shiny hunting Fennekin. So I say that in the past tense because we've only got one Switch 2, so whenever I am streaming, I basically have to take the Switch away from my wife. So my wife is being very considerate because I've had to take away her Switch in order to play this game on stream. So once the stream is concluded, then we will resume the hunt for Fennekin on my wife's account. And, oh, Moondrop, your team is Shiny Mischievous, that's awesome. Shiny Murkrow, Slowpoke, Chinchou, and Wooper. Sounds like a good team to me. I like it. And, Moondrop, is it you or is the stream also going A? I honestly don't know. I don't know. I will say that if we get the Shiny, it will be going Yay rather than A. But at the moment, I think I'd be okay with it going A. But I certainly hope it goes Yay. But you never know with this. We're well under odds. So the odds of getting the shiny are 1 in 4,096. Every other hunt we've done that has involved resetting, we've gone massively over odds. I'm scared this might be the same, but you never know. Even if it is, I feel like at the rate we're going, I should have it by the end of the year. You never know. Oh, Moondrop, you mean it's lagging a bit for you? Yes. Well, I definitely noticed it lagging a bit when I was showing off the Palkia model. Yeah, I know what you mean. There are a few frames that are getting dropped, actually. I'm not sure why that is. It's a bit strange, because I feel like it didn't do this when I was playing Legends ZA. It felt a lot smoother when I was playing Legends ZA, and it shouldn't matter because it's all coming from the same source. It's all coming from the Switch 2, but I know what you mean. It is a bit. I've noticed, because basically what you see is what I see. If it was something to do with the internet, like dropping on my side, then the audio would be affected. But if the audio is fine to you and it's just the images that, you know, it looks like it's missing a frame or something, then that, I mean, to be honest, that's what I'm seeing as well. Like, it is not buttery smooth 30 frames per second from what I can see. Like, there was a little bit of a fraction gap there, a little bit of a gap there just then. Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. Which isn't great. I can't really work out why that is. I feel like I'm trying to think, because I can't work out whether it's my PC, which, you know, my PC is not really designed for streaming, but it was able to handle Legends ZA pretty well. So I am puzzled as to why it appears to struggle with Shining Pearl. But I mean, we're almost at the end of this run anyway, so we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, as you can see, there's a few drop frames here and there, which isn't great. But you know, maybe it'll improve. Maybe I think it tends to just come and go. So hopefully it goes better. And Jilly, yes, a lot more than me. Yeah, in my playthrough, I only ever got 3. And one of them was the free guaranteed Mareep. But I do need to return to that game. I do want to get the shiny charm and just see how broken the shiny charm is. I've got a feeling if I can get the shiny charm in ZA, then I'm going to have even more fun. but over 100 shinies, Jilly, is very impressive. Very impressive. $112 shinies. That's impressive. That is impressive. Legend ZA is a very fun game to shiny hunt in. I'll always be grateful that they brought back the shiny sound. I'll always be grateful that they brought back the shiny sparkles that surround the shiny as it moves around. And I never ever expected them to, permanently save the shiny. So even if you don't notice it, it'll always be there for you. It's, that is more than I could have hoped for in terms of shiny hunting. So I am very impressed with ZA. And Amelia, you've got around 12 or 14. That's still a lot. It's a lot more than I've got. So well done on that as well. Ooh, Moondrop, speaking of ZA shinies, you've only got one and you almost missed it because it was hard to see. But it's good that you didn't miss it. And I would imagine that's because of the way that ZA does its shinies, which again, I really think is the right way of doing it. That shiny sound is wonderful. Having the sparkles around is wonderful. And not having it despawn when you leave an area is wonderful. So I think it's a good thing. Oh, and Moondrop, it was just hard to see because it was a shiny Weedle. Ah, yes. Yeah, my wife has caught a lot of shiny Weedles. We've got a lot of... I will say the shiny Weedles, they are a little hard to tell. If it had been a Kakuna, those stand out a lot more. So I generally prefer that. You know, if a Pokemon in its starting evolution has a bad shiny, which I'll admit, yeah, Weedle's shiny isn't that distinctive. But then its later evolution lines, the shiny gets a lot better. I much prefer that, because then you end up with a really good shiny like Beedrill or Mega Beedrill. I think both of those look really cool. And then I guess the Gibble / Garchomp line is the exact opposite of that, where you've got a really nice starting evolution shiny. You know, shiny Gibble looks great, and then as you evolve it, it gets worse and worse. And then what you're left with is a Garchomp that it just isn't great. I feel like Weedles are the reverse Gibbles. And Jilly, you're trying to get the shiny Fennekin before the Delphoxite is out. Oh yeah, is today the last? Today might be the last day for that. I think me and my wife are just going to wait until the next season and then pick up the Greninjite and the Delphoxite all in one over the next few days. And then in Scarlet and Violet later this week, I think on the Thursday, they're doing the Hydreigon 7-star Terra raids. So I will be partaking in some Scarlet and Violet gameplay this weekend, because I do really enjoy the 7-star raids. They offer a nice challenge. Sometimes I think the challenge is a little too high, where you've got to have a very specific team to even have a chance. You know, only certain Pokemon are really viable, but I still want to make sure I've got all of the 7-star Pokemon. And Jilly, you've stopped playing Scarlet and Violet. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. I mean, to be honest, ever since ZA came out, so have I. I haven't really played it either, but the 7-star event is enough for me to, you know, return. So I do want to make sure I don't miss out on any. I think there's only 1 or 2 of the 7-star raids that I've missed out on, and one of them I did actually do, but then I accidentally just released it because I didn't realise it was a 7-star Mightiest Mark Pokemon. I know for a fact I did the Iron Bundle 7-star event, you know, a while back. I know for a fact I did that, and I know I caught one, but it is not in my boxes anymore. It's gone. So I have clearly just released it, not realising what it was, which I am really upset about. I'm really upset about that. And Mello, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You got 2 Blueberry Academy shinies, great. Venomoth, that's awesome. And Lapras is a really good one. Yeah, and you just got that now. You always wanted Lapras. Lapras is a really good one. A really good one. It's a gorgeous shiny, isn't it? Yes, it is such a gorgeous shiny, the Lapras. So massive congrats on that, Mello. And well done on catching it, because I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Lapras knows like Perish Song, so it can be a bit of a tricky one to catch sometimes. So well done on catching it. Mellow, so you snuck up on a Pokemon to get the BBQ quests. You snuck up on a Beartic and saw the purple Nessie. That's nice. And you're going to call it Treefiddy. You master balled it because you were scared, and that's fair enough. And I mean, I will say, you know, if you're going to master ball anything, a Pokemon that's already purple is a good choice. As Jilly says, that's not a bad ball to have it in. I think it does suit Lapras very well. And yeah, I like the name as well. I like the South Park reference there. It's one of my favourite episodes. And Moondrop, you were hatching Chien-Pao eggs. So this must be in your Pokerogue. Gotcha. So you were hatching Chien-Pao eggs for a shiny, and you got all 4 of its egg moves. Very well done. Very well done. It does sound like a fun game. Because I always wish you could get like eggs of legendaries and stuff like that. I mean, I definitely wish you could get eggs of like Paradox Pokemon at the very least. Paradox Pokemon to me don't feel legendary, so I don't understand why we can't get eggs of them like anything else. Because it would be nice, in my opinion, just to have a playthrough of Scarlet and Violet with some of the Paradox Pokemon. That's why I like being able to, breed Pokemon so that you can have a level 1 Pokemon right at the start, if that's what you wanted to do. And Jilly, imagine egg hunting Palkia. If I could Masuda egg method Palkia, that would be amazing. That would be so much quicker. I would do that without hesitation. But this isn't a bad method either. It's faster than the starter hunt, is all I'll say. We're almost at 800, and it's we've got to 800 encounters a lot faster than during the starter hunt. So however long this takes, I'm just forever grateful that we're past the briefcase hunt. I knew that was going to be the most difficult part of the whole run, and it's. I think it proved to be. And Jilly, a teeny Palkia would really be cute. I agree. I definitely agree. It's one of the reasons I like having Pokemon from Pokemon Go. They're not level 1, but if you do a raid in Pokemon Go for a legendary Pokemon, and you bring it over, they are level 20, which is still a lot lower level than you would normally expect. And Jilly, the easiest was Shiny Houndoom. In terms of the length of time, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, I got that same stream within just over an hour. It was insanely fast. I mean, I'm still shocked at how fast we got that Houndoom. Pokeradar is a very good shiny hunting method. Or maybe we just got lucky, I don't know. But it certainly felt great. Moondrop, the starter was the second longest. So we did get through more encounters during the fossils, that's true. It was the longest in terms of the number of encounters. In terms of the length of time, no, it was nowhere near. Like, the starter was so much longer in terms of time. I must say I've not actually added up how long the fossils took, but there's no way. I know that the starter hunt was about 260 hours. There's no way the fossils took that long. It would have been a fraction of that. even though it was higher in terms of encounter number, it was so much faster. And it will be similar for this hunt. You know, if we end up with 8,700 resets to get Palkia, we'll have got there a lot faster than during the starter hunt. For a large part of that starter hunt, I was on the Switch 1, which meant that every single reset was considerably slower than the Switch 2. So that's part of it. The other part of it is every reset, it took a very long time to get to the point where you knew whether it was shiny or not. You know, you had to go through an awful lot of dialogue between Professor Rowan and Dawn. They like to have a bit of a natter by the lakefront. Barry likes to chime in with his own opinion on things. You've got to watch a battle animation and get attacked by Starlies. You've got to pick your starter, and then finally you find out whether it's shiny or not. Whereas, you know, this one, it's you know, you're right in front of Palkia. There's a small animation you got to watch, but it's really not that long at all. And then you're right there. You can tell whether it's shiny or not immediately. It's just, in every metric, it's just a lot faster. So I'm still very much scarred by how long that starter hunt took. So anything faster than that, I think is amazing, and this is much faster than that. And Moondrop, rip shiny Armaldo. Yeah, we didn't get shiny Armaldo, did we? I would have been happy with that. I mean, I would have been happy with absolutely any fossil. I think Kabuto's been good so far. You know, yeah, Kabutops has contributed quite well to the fight so far, so I'm happy with it. Moondrop, what's my team right now for the shiny run? So at the moment, my team is a little bit. I've got a bit of a unique team. So I've got a couple of Pokemon in my team. I'll show you when it loads up. So I've got a couple of Pokemon on my team that are not shiny, that I've not got through this playthrough. I've just brought them in from home, but they're here just to help catch Palkia. So who's in my team right now isn't really, you know, indicative of who's on the team going forward, but I've got Executor and I've got Smeargle here. And the reason those two are there, those are not shiny Pokemon, either of them. They're just Pokemon that I've pulled from my Pokemon home. The reason they're there is I lead with Executor, and when the shiny Palkia appears, Executor has a move called Skill Swap, which it will swap, and that will give Palkia the ability Harvest, which is the ability that Executor currently has. I'll then swap over to Smeargle, which is holding a Leper Berry and knows the move Trick, which would then basically throw the Leper Berry onto Palkia so that it's holding the Leper Berry, and then with its ability of Harvest, anytime its move runs down to 0 PP, the Leper Berry should kick in, restore it to about 10 PP, and then the Harvest ability will regenerate that Leper Berry, so if the move PP runs out again, it gets generated again. So that kind of avoids the risk of Palkia running out of moves and struggling, which could then knock it out. I've also got False Swipe and I've got Spore, so we should be okay for catching it. We should be okay. So those two are just purely on my team to help with the catching, and then the rest of my team, they're just there for experience, I suppose. Moondrop, I don't have to explain what Skill Swap does. Well, I mean, there may be people in the stream that don't should know what it is. I think it's safer just to explain things just in case. Plus I've got nothing else to talk about. Apologies. And Raiden, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. You haven't missed anything. We are still trying to find a shiny Palkia. It could appear at any moment. And it's the final shiny hunt that we're going to do on this run. And it will be amazing if we could get it. This would be my second ever shiny legendary. Well, we've got through 808 encounters so far. Still no shiny. You never know. And Moondrop, you'd forgotten about your Moltres hunt and Litwick hunt. I'd forgotten about that. Were you successful in your Moltres hunt? Did you get a shiny Moltres? Because shiny Moltres is really nice. It's really nice. It's a gorgeous shiny, honestly. Definitely the best shiny out of the 3 legendary birds, right? Definitely the best shiny out of those 3. But yeah, the only other shiny legendary I've ever caught, you know, from by actually farming for it. So I don't count the shiny Rayquaza that I caught last year, because that was like a guaranteed one from the Scarlet and Violet raid. You know, you just had to do a raid in Scarlet and Violet, and there was a guaranteed shiny Rayquaza. So I don't count that. The only other shiny legendary that I've got that, you know, that I earned, that I, you know, reset over and over and over for, was the shiny Mewtwo from Let's Go Eevee. So if we get this Palkia, this would be my second shiny legendary, which would be amazing. Jilly, still no Fennekin, but you did get a shiny Noibat. Shiny Noibat's pretty cool. Oh, and Moondrop, you forgot about those hunts and you just stopped. That's fair enough. Yeah, I think whenever you do a hunt, or whenever you do anything in life, you have to enjoy it, right? So I would imagine if you stopped it, I get the impression you probably were not really enjoying it. So I think that's fair enough. If you're not enjoying a hunt, or if you're not enjoying anything, then it's best to take a break from whatever it is until your heart's in the right place for it. And Deb, good to see you. Good to see you. Soupy hello. I don't know what that means, but I hope you're doing well, Deb. We are still looking for our shiny Palkia, the final shiny hunt for this series. As soon as we've got this Palkia, then we're going to get our last gym badge. We're going to face down the Elite Four, get through Victory Road, I suppose, first, but then face down the Elite Four, and probably lose to Cynthia a few times. It's going to be great. Jilly, you might eat a sandwich. Yeah, absolutely you should. Absolutely you should. My wife made something absolutely delicious this evening. We had beef birria tacos. So my wife made slow cooked some beef, so it was falling off the bones, and it was all shredded in a nice sauce. Made fresh tortillas as well, which I didn't even know was a thing, and then fried a little, fried the tortillas in some of that sauce, and then put the filling in. It was really nice. Then we had a little separate bowl for dipping it in. I'd never had anything like that before. It was very nice. Jilly, losing to Cynthia is a tradition. Yes, and it's a tradition that I partake in. I don't think I've ever had a playthrough of this game where I've just gone and swept Cynthia. I always lose at least once. Oh, and Moondrop, you almost use a Duskstone on Murkrow or Misdreavus before forgetting that you're trying to do a Generation 2 mono run. Yeah, that's the type of mistake that I would definitely make. So I'm glad you caught yourself before you did that. But I would definitely accidentally evolve something like that. Whenever I can evolve something, I tend to just do it. And Deb, you have a tongue twister for me. Yeah, I'll give it a go. I can't guarantee I'll say it correctly. I mean, I trip up over perfectly normal words, so if it's a sequence of words just designed to trip you up, then I'm almost guaranteed to trip up over them. Like I say, I struggle with just normal words. So yeah, go for it. We'll see how I get on. Moondrop, you're on wave 53 and you found a shiny Pelipper. That's awesome. A shiny Poliwhirl, and you don't know which two you want to get. I don't quite know what that means. Well, I mean, they're both good. So, do you mean you have to choose between one or the other? Because yeah, that sounds harsh if you've got to choose between them. I don't know. They're both great. They're both great. Maybe if you're doing a lot of doubles battles, I think Pelipper's quite good. If you're mainly doing single battles, then maybe Poliwhirl's better. I'm not sure. Not sure really. I'll leave that to you. I've got a feeling you know more than I do. Deb, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Say that fast. I am familiar with that one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I believe I've had to say, I remember that being something that you said, that you used to get said, as a kid. I also remember as kids we had to say red lorry, yellow lorry. In the UK, a lorry is like a big truck or something like that. So a red lorry, yellow lorry. And saying that really fast, you end up saying red lolly. So that's a tongue twister I always used to get wrong when I was younger. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Yeah. I'm sure there's more. And Deb, you think we might get it in Encounter 1078? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. And Moondrop, you're going to go for Poliwhirl to keep up the Generation 2 run. Yeah? Yeah, because then you could turn that Poliwhirl into a Politoed. That's Generation 2, isn't it? That's a good point. Yeah, if you're doing Generation 2, you can't really do Pelipper. And Erazushi, good to see you. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. we've come a long way. I can't remember the last time you stopped by the streams, but this is our final hunt of the run. This shiny only hunt, you know, it could end the very next Palkia. You never know. Or this hunt could go into next year. I've no idea how long this run is gonna last. But we've come a long way. We've come a long way. It doesn't feel that long ago that we didn't have a single shiny Pokemon and I was still just opening that briefcase over and over again. That does not feel that long ago. And now we're at the final hunt, and it's a legendary. I like that this is the final hunt that we're doing. It feels very epic. It feels very fitting. I like it. Oh, and Moondrop, you will be back. No problem at all. Thank you very much for stopping by. Good luck with your Poke Rogue Generation 2 run. And Deb, seashells. See, I can't even say it. She sells seashells by the seashore. Yes, I'd forgot about that one. And Erazushi, you may not have been here since the ZA playthrough. Gotcha. So yes, since the Legend ZA playthrough, I've managed to find a shiny Kabuto from the fossil hunt. And we found the shiny Houndoom in a matter of minutes using the Poke Radar. It was the Houndoom was definitely the fastest hunt on this entire run. I was very impressed with the Poke Radar. That was my first experience with the Poke Radar. I was kind of learning as I was going along, and it when that patch of grass sparkled, it was an amazing feeling. And Jilly, it's probably because the shiny starter took 3 months. The rest of it hasn't been that bad. It really hasn't. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Even that fossil, I think the fossil hunt maybe took a month. And I am just guessing. Let me have a look at my. I'm just gonna have a look at my videos. And I will say the fossil hunt. I took a break in the middle of the fossil hunt to play Legend ZA, so it wasn't even a full. You know, however long it was, there was an entire week where I wasn't even doing it. And Deb, when does the DLC come out? And apparently, it's at the end of February. That'll be here before we know it. That will be here before we know it, I'm sure. I am looking forward to that. Right, so the fossil hunt, when was that? 2 months ago. Well, it doesn't say the exact date. That's annoying. Well, it says it was 2 months ago. So, I mean, yeah, I reckon it took about a month and a half. So, the very first fossil hunt was 2 months ago, according to YouTube. Again, I haven't looked at the exact date, but it says 2 months. And like I say, I feel like the Poke Radar was about a week ago. And then there was an entire week where it was just ZA. So, yeah, I reckon a month and a half for the fossils. So, even though it took longer in terms of number of encounters, in terms of length of time, I think it was about half the time of the starter hunt. And Jilly, you've already got a shiny Raichu ready. Nice. Have you decided whether it's going to be an X or a Y? Oh no, you don't have to decide, do you? You just choose which stone. I always forget how. In fact, to be honest, I haven't actually bought the I haven't bought the Charizard X and Y stones yet, but I'm assuming all you need is one shiny, and then you can just switch between the stones, whether you use the X stone or the Y stone. So yeah, I haven't really... I've never used a Mega Pokemon that has two different Mega Stones, you know, two different variants. But yeah, I'm assuming you can just switch between the two. Yeah, I was about to ask which one are you going to go for, but yeah, you can just, yeah, you'll be able to just go for both, won't you? The interesting thing will be how we get those stones, so I'm assuming that will be through the plot somehow. I'm personally, I don't really know what's going to happen, but I do know that having played through Legend ZA, there's a lot of mention of the mayor. Mabel mentions the mayor an awful lot. I feel like Jet in Quasartico mentions the mayor at least once. But Mabel especially. Mabel's definitely got a relationship with the mayor in terms of, you know, she's sick of the mayor's attitude and just, you know, introducing Wild Zone after Wild Zone. So I'm hoping that they flesh out that character. I would imagine they're going to introduce the mayor, and, you know, there'll be some backstory as to why he's so obsessed with Wild Zones and things like that. And it would be nice if there was another area, you know, beyond the borders of Lumiose. And Jilly, you've got another shiny Noivern. Oh. Hopefully you can get that Fennekin soon. The Fennekin will be really cool when you get it. And Deb, has the Mega Stone for Delphox or Chestnut come out yet? No, but the Mega Stone for Delphox should come out in about a day's time. The first season of the ranked rewards awards Greninja at rank K, so you got to get all the way from Z to K, and then you get the Greninja Stone in this first season, which I think ends tonight. Then in the season that starts tomorrow, and apologies if I've got those dates wrong, but I think it is tomorrow, then it should be much easier to get the Delphox Stone. You only have to get to rank S, so from K to S. And also, as soon as you get to rank Y, which is, you know, as soon as you do one fight, you get the previous season's reward. So you get the Greninja Stone, which I really like, because yeah, not everyone gets a game upon release. You know, some people get it a little bit later on. So it's nice that they're not time restricting the Mega Stone in that sense. So I'm hoping they keep re-offering these types of Mega Stones throughout the game's life. It would be nice if there was some way for people who don't have Nintendo Online to get them, but that's a different issue. Oh, and Jill, you also see a shiny Bagon down there. That's nice. Oh, and Erazushi, you've heard of the way that I'm going to be catching Palkia, and from experience, you think we'll be able to just get it through paralysis and false swipe. I'm happy with that. I'd be happy with that. I think I am gonna go the cautious route and just give it the Leper Berry and Harvest just in case. But yeah, I like the idea of we should be able to get it no matter what. So I like the confidence. You know, worst case scenario, I've got a Master Ball and I'm not above using it. When I did the hunt for Mewtwo in Let's Go Eevee, you know, a few months back before I started this run, I use the Master Ball in that, and I don't regret doing it. So I may end up just using the Master Ball, but I would much rather have it in a Premier Ball. I'm going to try everything I can to get it in a Premier Ball. I think Shiny Palkia would look amazing in a Premier Ball. I mean, I like anything in a Premier Ball, but I especially think Shiny Palkia would look extra amazing in a Premier Ball. Oh, Deb, will I be able to get all the stones? I should be able to, yeah. I've got the Greninja stone already. And yeah, it won't take me long to get to rank S. So I'll do that. I'll definitely be doing that. And Erazushi, you managed to get all the legendaries in Ultra Sun, Arceus, and BDSP, and you didn't need to Leper Berry once. Nice one. That's awesome. That is awesome. And also, that is a really nice collection of legendaries. I would really like an Arceus in BDSP. I still haven't completed my playthrough of Legends Arceus on my Switch 2, so I won't be able to shiny hunt it immediately. But eventually I will return to this game to shiny hunt Arceus. I don't know when that will be, but eventually I will, because a shiny Arceus is something that is worth hunting for. I've never had one before. It would be awesome. And Jilly, you want to see how many full lines of shinies you have? Nice. Deb, what's my favourite Pokeball except the Premier Ball? Probably just the normal Pokeball. So I really like the Premier Ball design. I think it's gorgeous. But my second favourite would just be the standard Pokeball. After that, maybe the standard Pokeball from Legends Arceus, you know, where it looks really old school and it's got the little hinge on it. That would be my third favourite. But yeah, Premier and normal Pokeballs are my go-to. And they're the most aesthetically pleasing, in my opinion. I like I don't know. There's something about it. It looks clean and it looks classic. And oh, Erazushi, you had the Master Ball as a backup the whole time, and you manually tracked their PP to know when you'd need to use it, and you never needed it. Interesting. Because I guess that's an option as well. If I actually look up exactly what moves Palkia's got and keep track during the fight, then I could see whether I actually need it or not. We'll see. I've got a feeling I think I'm just gonna pop the Leper Berry on it just to be safe, and then I don't have to worry, and then just see where we go. It's a nice problem to have, figuring out exactly how we're going to catch the shiny. I just need the shiny to appear. That's not shiny. And Jilly, you've got the complete Snorunt line, Weedle line, Bunnelby line, Phalanx, Phalanx, Skiddo, Noibat, Bellsprout, Litleo, Fletchling, Electrite, Venipede, Sandile, Bagon, Magikarp, Budew, Mawile, and Snover. Nice. That is pretty awesome. That is a lot. That is a lot already. Yeah, honestly, I can't wait to get the shiny charm in Legends ZA. I just feel like I will have a blast trying to fill out my, almost a shiny live. I'm going to try and do a shiny live index in ZA, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. And Jilly, you just need one last Tepig. Oof, nice. That is good. And that'll be the first shiny starter line that you've completed. Very cool. And Ewa, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You've not missed anything. We are still trying to find a shiny Palkia. It has not appeared just yet. But for those that don't know, I've got a good luck charm next to me. I've got my Palkia here with the flapping wings. So hopefully that brings me luck. And Jilly, you want to be able to do a shiny full dex, but there's some that are going to be really difficult. Gibble being the hardest. Yes, yeah, shiny Gibble is. I don't know how I'm going to get that, honestly. Don't know how I'm going to get that. I know that my wife has got one. My wife got a shiny Gibble before she got a shiny Drillbur, because she went in trying to get a shiny Drillbur, and a shiny Gibble appeared before it, which was I tried to, yeah, it's just very, very lucky, very lucky. And Amelia, you're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And Jilly, you were not expecting Palkia to grr. No, that is the noise that Palkia makes. That's the official noise. I've decided. Jilly, you managed to get shiny Drillbur. Yeah. I think my wife has got like shiny Excadrill on her team, and it's a powerhouse. It's a great Pokemon. I don't think I've ever done a playthrough with a Drillbur or an Excadrill, but it's a great Pokemon to have. A great Pokemon, it really is. Coming in very handy, and it came in very handy for doing some of the ranked battles as well. So it's a good choice. Good choice. Amelia, you have a shiny Gibble. Well done. It is it's a really difficult one to get, so treasure that Gibble, definitely. And you found a shiny cheeseburger. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? You found a shiny cheeseburger. I'm assuming that means you found a shiny Pokemon that resembles a cheeseburger. Is that what it means? But I can't think of a Pokemon that looks like a cheeseburger. You may have to help me out on that one. Is it Brute Bonnet? Does that look like a cheeseburger? It's round. Oops. That's not shiny. Oh, you were a burger with a yellow bun and orange cheese. Okay, now I'm definitely confused. Oh, it was a burger. Okay, right. Okay, now now that makes a little bit more sense. It was a burger with a yellow bun and orange cheese. Okay, so it was just not Pokemon related. It was an actual cheeseburger with different coloured. Yeah, I've seen cheeseburgers with like squid ink dyed buns. So the bun is pitch black. And that looks very striking, but I don't think I've ever had one. I've seen them on like Instagram, things like that. So I think I know what you mean. Yeah, like a burger with just different colours. I understand now. I understand. Still no shiny. Still no shiny. It tasted normal. Yeah, I think it will have just been like just something made with food colorings, I would imagine. Because yeah, I've seen things like that before, but I think I've only seen them on Instagram, that type of thing. I've never actually been to a shop where they offered it. And I must say, I am someone who is not, well, at least I don't think I am. I'm not particularly drawn into how a food looks. You know, aesthetically, how a food looks, that doesn't really interest me. You know, I'm more interested in what it is, how it tastes, how much it costs. That's what I'm really interested in. How it looks, yeah, that just goes over my head. It always confuses me. Like, there's a lot of really popular shows that show people baking cakes, and it's making cakes that look like different things, and it's really impressive, and I can see why they're popular, but it just does nothing to me. Like, you know, how a cake looks, I have so little interest in that. How a cake tastes, on the other hand, that I want to know. I want to know, you know, what is the texture of that cake? What are the flavor combinations you're going for? That's really interesting to me. How they've designed the cake to look, that I can understand why people like it. It never interests me. And Jilly, your tummy is grumbling. There you go. There you go. I am still full from the evening meal that I had. Oh, and I think I missed a few messages there. Apologies. Amelia, you went into the wild zone where alpha camera updates. Oh, that's where you get the gibbles, right? Oh, then you heard the shiny sound. You didn't know what it was. You looked around and it was a female gibble in the ground. Yes. I didn't even know where they came from on my playthrough. But they do spawn from the ground, don't they? Yeah. And Deb, you're having network issues? Maybe? I'm not sure. I hope that's not the case. Network issues are the worst, so hopefully everything's good. Hopefully everything's good with you. And Jilly, you want to see someone make a switch to cake? It would have to be a switch to in the dock, right? If you just made the handheld version, it'd be a very flat cake, wouldn't it? You could make a switch to brownie, I would imagine, in the handheld form. But a cake, if you put it in the dock, then it would work a little bit better. And Jilly, you haven't eaten this morning. Oh no, you need to have something to eat, especially if it's the start of your day. Yeah, breakfast is an important meal. And Amelia, it's bonfire night tomorrow. The dogs are going to get aggressive. So yeah, Daruki's going to get stressed out tomorrow, I know. We had a few fireworks last night. I don't know why. It's all the build up to bonfire night, isn't it, in the UK? We went to the vet. I think I mentioned that we went to the vets a couple of weeks ago just for Daruk and Mifa's annual checkup. And we did mention to the vet that Daruk gets really stressed around this time of year with the fireworks and stuff, and whether they had anything that might calm him down. And so the vet did prescribe us some tablets to take for Daruk to take that would calm him down a little bit. Not knock him out or anything, but just mellow him down a little bit. So we've been giving him, one of those tablets every evening, and he's already had one this evening. And then on bonfire night, the vet said maybe have two. So tomorrow, the vet's Daruk's going to have two of those tablets, which hopefully should calm him down. Mifa's pretty good with the fireworks, to be honest. But Daruk really starts barking. But one thing I would say is Daruk used to be good with fireworks. For the first 2 years, he was fine. You know, fireworks would go off and he wouldn't bark, he wouldn't freak out. It was fairly calm. It's only as he's got older that he's got more... aggressive is the right word, actually. You know, not towards us, but as soon as he hears a firework, he thinks he needs to scare off that firework, so he starts barking towards the window, and I'm sure it stresses him out. Jilly, what is Bonfire Night? So Bonfire Night is a UK thing. It's where people would light a bonfire. I don't know if the word bonfire is the same in America. In the UK, a bonfire is it's just a big fire. You know, a big fire. You put loads and loads of wood and whatever you want to burn, and you set fire to it, and it's a huge fire that burns most of the night. So on Bonfire Night, typically, you would light a bonfire. Most of the time you go to like a bonfire display, so you go to a park or something and there'll be this huge bonfire that everyone gathers around. There will always be a fireworks display, so there'll be loads and loads of fireworks. People at home might have their own little bonfire in their garden and then set off loads and loads and loads of fireworks. It's all about fireworks. There's also an element of it where you kind of make a stuffed representation of a human and put that on the fire and burn it, which sounds horrendous as I'm describing it. What used to happen, and I don't think I ever used to do this as a kid, but the tradition goes that, you know, if you're doing a firework, you make an effigy. You know, I don't even know how you're meant to do it. You know, you stuff up crumpled newspaper to kind of pad out that. You put it in old clothes to kind of make a representation of a human, and then that's the guy. It's meant to represent someone called Guy Fawkes, who many years ago, I don't know the actual year, Guy Fawkes tried to blow up House of Parliament. He was a bit of a political terrorist. I don't actually know why he was trying to blow up Parliament, but he was. He failed. He didn't blow up the House of Parliament. And ever since then, or at some point since then, it became a tradition to make an effigy of Guy Fawkes and burn him on a bonfire. So it's typically, the effigy is called like a guy. It's Bonfire Night is sometimes called Guy Fawkes Night. In more recent times, the thing that you put on the bonfire, it's not always designed to look like Guy Fawkes. It's often just anything, just anything at all. You call it a guy and then you put it on the fire. So I've never had to explain Bonfire Night, I must say that. Now I'm explaining it. It does sound a bit weird. I would say, if you're at all interested, there will be a YouTube video out there that explains Bonfire Night far better than I've been able to there, with my meandering, ridiculous explanation. But basically, it's just like, in the UK, we light a big fire, we throw the effigy of a person, not a real person, just a pretend dummy. Oh yeah, I should say that when I say effigy, I just mean dummy. I don't know if... I don't even think I've ever had to use the word effigy before, but I'm pretty sure I'm using that correctly. But I will say I'm only 60% sure I'm using that word correctly, because I've never had to use it before. But a dummy. You're making a dummy of someone and then throwing it on the fire, and there's a lot of fireworks. That's Bonfire Night. If you've ever watched V for Vendetta, I'm pretty sure that mask is Guy Fawkes. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Not sure. Oh, Quizzo, good to see you. Sorry you've missed so many streams. You've been busy, and it's good to be back. It's good to have you back, and I hope things haven't been too hectic. Sometimes busy is good. Sometimes busy is hectic. So I hope it's been busy on the good side for you. So I hope everything's been good. But everything's been good here. You know, the shiny hunts have gone really well. I'm at the end of my playthrough here. The pooches are doing well. Everything's going well. And Andrew, good to see you too. I hope you're doing well. And Jilly, you found a second shiny Salamence. That's awesome. Hopefully this is all leading up to a shiny Fennekin. It feels like you're getting a lot of shinies. It feels like you're getting a lot of shinies in a short space of time, which, yeah, I really hope that leads to a shiny Fennekin. It is almost 6:10 in the UK. I'm going to be streaming for another 50 minutes. That'll bring us to 7 PM. That's when I'll have to end the stream. So we started today's stream on encounter number 770. And we're almost up to 860. So it's like 90 encounters we've got through in just over an hour. Not bad, not bad. And Jilly, it was an alpha Salamence that you got. Yeah. Yeah, it's always... I think the Salamence is always alpha in that area, isn't it? I think it is. I don't think I've ever seen it not be an alpha. So that is a nice bonus, isn't it? A shiny alpha is pretty awesome. It's not shiny. It's not shiny. Oh, and Quizzo, you just saw the fossil reset counter. How long did it take? So I was just we were just talking about this earlier in the stream. I don't know the exact length of time it took, but we did get through more encounters than the starter. So when I looked on my YouTube live stream history, for some reason, when I was looking at it, I went all the way back to the very first fossil hunt, and YouTube history says that was 2 months ago. It doesn't give me the exact date. I'm sure it would have done if I'd clicked on more buttons, but it just came up with 2 months. And since then, we've done the Poke Radar hunt, and we've been doing this. So the Poke Radar hunt was really quick, but I think we finished the fossil hunt about a week ago-ish. And then before then, there was a whole week where I just played through Legends ZA. I didn't do any BDSP streaming. So if you just take away those 2 weeks when I was not fossil hunting, I think it probably took around about a month and a half. That's my guess. So I think it took about a month and a half to get the fossil, the shiny fossil, whereas which was 9,898 fossils, whereas the starter hunt, which was only, I say only, but it's a lot, only 8,751 encounters, that that took over 3 months. So it was a much longer hunt, the starter, even though there was less resetting, less encounters to go through. It was, you know, it was just a slow hunt. You know, it took a very long time to get through the reset, to get through all the dialogue, to get through the Starly attack, to get through the briefcase opening and selecting, and finally throwing out your Pokeball. It took a while. So I've had mixed luck on this run. So I've had a bit of bad luck, but I've also had some really good luck. The Grand Underground hunt, the Masuda hunt, the Poke Radar hunt, all of those were, I feel like they were all under odds by a considerable way. Even the Great Marsh was half under odds as well. And the Pokemon stayed in the Pokeball for the Great Marsh. That could have been a real problem. Quizzer, what was my favourite of all the shinies, including the soon-to-be Palkia? Ooh, that's a difficult one. Because I don't know how I'll feel until I get the Palkia. So I can't include the Palkia in that, because I don't know how I'll feel until I get it. I've got a feeling when I do get it, I think it's going to feel really amazing, honestly, but I don't know. So I am going to exclude the Palkia from this. But up to now, my favourite, it has to be the Turtwig. It was the longest hunt. It felt the most cathartic when I finally got it. It was during that starter hunt that, to be honest, I met most of the people in chat now, so it meant an awful lot. You know, I feel like a lot of the reason that people tuned in was just because how long that starter hunt was taking. It was a bit weird, so I feel like it was a mixed blessing that starter hunt took so long. It just and it was the first time I ever used the microphone was during that starter hunt. The first time I got the Switch 2, and I was running the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 at the same time. It was just it was an interesting hunt. Jilly, Pugs lisp, yes. Yeah. I knew I was about to say the word cathartic, and I knew there was a th sound in there, and I just got ahead of myself. Like I say, I don't know how I managed some of those tongue twisters, because I struggle with just normal words, honestly. Tongue twisters, poof. That's anything can be a tongue twister for me. Moondrop, welcome back. You've not missed anything. We are still searching for that shiny Palkia, but it could be the next one. You know, the next one has just as much chance of being shiny as any other. And Jilly, Mothed. Yep, that's what yeah. I knew there was, I actually forgot which word it was, but yeah, that was the one. So out of all of the shinies, Turtwig is definitely the one that means the most. And Quizzo, you always forget how good of a shiny Kabutops is. It's a good one, isn't it? There's a nice one. I feel like the Kabutops, the Rhyperior, the Mismagius, and the Torterra, they all blend. They all aesthetically, they all kind of blend together quite nicely. You know, they've all got that kind of greeny yellow hue to them. That theme kind of stops with the Togekiss and the Staraptor and the Houndoom, but It's a nice colour palette. Yeah, if I'd focused on aesthetics rather than which Pokemon I kind of thought would be fun for the playthrough or useful, maybe I should have chosen differently for the Masuda and the Pokéradar hunt and gone for all green shinies. Maybe. But then I was always going to get Palkia at the end, and Palkia isn't a green shiny, so I would never have had a full team of green shinies. I need to think about who's going to come out of the team to be replaced by Palkia. At the moment, my team is Torterra, Mismagius, Rhyperior, Togekiss, Kabutops, and Houndoom. That's my 6 Pokemon team at the moment. Staraptor has kind of come out of the team, but when Palkia comes, I'm going to be taking another one out of the team. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who it's going to be yet. We shall see. And you are back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Again, not missed anything. Not missed anything. Still hoping to get the Palkia. But where there's another encounter, there's always a chance that we get it. If I can get this Palkia under odds, I'm going to be so happy. I really am. And Jill, you think that the Pokemon that will be the most useful in the Elite Four will be Torterra, Togekiss, and Houndoom. Nice. I could see that. I definitely think Togekiss is going to be useful. I think Togekiss is going to be useful. I need to work out the movesets as well. I kind of like the idea of Rhyperior as well, because I think what I want to do is give the Focus Sash to Rhyperior, and he's already got spikes, so he can kind of set up spikes right at the start. And that's kind of what I want. I want Rhyperior to kind of set up an entry hazard right at the start. So I want to lead with Rhyperior. And then if Rhyperior can do anything else, then I'll be happy. But then other than that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure on the rest of my team. Oh, and Angeli, as well as the Palkia, but that's a given. Yeah, Palkia is going to be on the team, definitely. It's going to be a shiny legendary. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to have the Palkia. And what would I do if I got 500 subscribers? Yeah, so I think I've got an idea what I'm going to do. Because it's something that I said I would do anyway. But I think actually what I'll do is I'll do it incrementally. When I get 500, if I get 500, and if I were to get 1,000. So what I will do if I get 500 subscribers is, at the moment, you'll see there's a Shinx on the Pooch Cam. If I get to 500 subscribers, then I will buy a Luxio plushie, and Shinx will evolve into Luxio. So there'll be a Luxio on the stream rather than a Shinx. If I were to make it to 1,000 eventually, that Luxio would then become a Luxray. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And Quizzo, imagine soft resetting for a legendary and then not using them. No, exactly. Although I will say that's kind of what I did with the Mewtwo. I did an entire playthrough of Let's Go Eevee before we did the BDSP run, and I just thought it would be fun to shiny hunt the Mewtwo. I didn't have the shiny charm, it was full odds, and I just went for that. And as soon as we got the Mewtwo, I basically, ended the game and started this run. So I didn't really get to use that shiny Mewtwo very much, which I'm a bit, at least in this one, I'm glad I'm going to actually be able to make use of it. Which I'm definitely looking forward to. And Moondrop, you got your bubble gum frog. Is that the shiny Politoed? Is that what you mean? I hope it goes well. And Jilly, so the team would be Torterra, Rhyperior, Togekiss, Houndoom, Palkia, and it just leaves one. Either Mismagius or Kabutops. Or Staraptor, that's true. Yeah. I've got a feeling it probably will end up being Mismagius. Just because we've kind of already got a water type, or we will have a water type in Palkia, and we've kind of already got a rock type in Rhyperior. So I think that's the team I might go for, but we'll see. And Quizzo, yeah, the Mewtwo was different because, yeah, we'd already beaten the game. We'd already done the Elite Four, and that's when Mewtwo unlocks. That's true. That's true. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting some use out of Shiny Palkia. I can't wait. I really can't wait to get it. Any Shiny Legendary is awesome. This one is no exception. Oh, and I missed that. You have to go again. No problem at all. No problem at all. Never have to worry about coming and going. Thank you very much for stopping by, even if it was for a minute or two. It's always nice when people stop by to say hi, so I appreciate that. There's never an obligation that people have to stick around. I understand. Life is busy. And Jilly, it's already 10:30 where you are. Well, I hope today goes well. I've had a busy start to the week already, so I know how it can be. But I think you've just got to make sure you make time just to unwind and have moments of calm through the day. And I think that's important. Mifa is... Oh, she's just adjusting herself and then settling down again. She seems very tired. And Jilly, where is your Ash Fox at? I know it's strange that you've got you got Bagons and Noivern and Salmancers, but no shiny Fennekin. And Quizzo, Palkia's cry amuses you more than it should. I'm going to be honest. I didn't even realise I had the game sounds on. So can you guys actually hear the sounds? I thought the only sounds that were coming through would be the music. So if you can hear Palkia's cry, I hope it's not too distracting for you. Let me know if it needs to be turned up or turned down or something like that. Okay, we are up to 884 encounters. Oh, because you don't hear it, it's just the text. There you go. That is very true actually. I hadn't thought about how that would be how that would actually be communicated. Yeah, you're right. Gaga. Yeah, I bet some poor Game Freak employee had a good long think about they must have listened to that sound clip of Palkia over and over and thought, what is the right combination of letters to communicate that? And that's what they settled on. It is a bit odd. I hadn't really thought about it. And Moondrop, you are back. Nice. And you do have your Bubblegum Frog, the Politoad. Very cool. Very cool. And Jilly, you've got the full line of every Pokemon that you're hunting for, except for the Fennekin. Oh, and the Alpha Lopunny. Well, hopefully you get those soon. Hopefully. And Quizzo, imagine getting paid to write Guagagagayai. Yep. I'm sure someone got paid a decent amount for that. And Jilly, you're going to leave the extra one so you have a higher chance of the Fennekin being shiny. You'll just have so many shinies including it. Yeah. I'm not sure that leaving them will make the Fennekin more likely to be shiny. But I will say I don't know enough about how the shiny mechanics work in ZA. But the way I'm imagining them working, I don't think that the chances of Fennekin being shiny are impacted by the surrounding Pokemon. But I must say I don't know that for a fact, so I'm not sure. And Amelia, you're back as well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Quizzle, if the next legendary's cry isn't you will be sad. There you go. Who knows? Who knows what these legendary noises are going to be? Amelia, you're going to guess that we get it on 900. Well, that's not too far away, is it? And that would be amazing if we got that. I was kind of hoping we'd get it on 888. That's quite a fun number. I was definitely hoping we'd get it on that, but we did not. We did not. Oh, Jilly, you mean it would be just nice to see a whole load of shinies, including the Fennekin? That would be really good. That would be really good. Now that I agree with. Oh, Quizzo, you got to go, but hopefully you can return before the end of the stream. No problem. So I'm going to be streaming for another 25 minutes. So if you are able to come back, no problem at all. If I don't catch you, then though, you know, if you're a bit busy and you don't have time to hop back in, then have a wonderful rest of your day. And Erazushi, the Game Freak employee would have had to write it in Japanese, so you think it would be a Pokemon Company employee making an English translation of the Japanese. Okay, gotcha. So it's a Japanese Game Freak employee who's typed that out in Japanese, and then we've had the localization translation thinking, how do we communicate that noise into English? I like it either way. In my mind, that's two people's jobs to basically communicate a nonsense word, which I love. The more people's jobs it is to just type out gibberish, the better. So I like it. I like it. And Jilly, why is me reading the noises that legendaries make killing you of laughter? I have no idea. I think that's just testament to the good writing of Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. I think they do a good job. You know, that word just speaks for itself. It's comedy gold. It's not shiny though, sadly. And Raiden, you just got Mortal Kombat, the Legacy Collection. Very cool, very cool. I've only ever played the very first Mortal Kombat. Me and my friends used to play that back in the day. I can remember when one of my friends had it on the Super Nintendo. And that was one of my friends who lived down the road from me, so we'd go over and we'd play games and things like that. And then I can remember another one of my friends at school who I went over to their house. They had a Mega Drive and they had Mortal Kombat, but the Mega Drive, when I say Mega Drive, I think in the US the Sega Mega Drive was known as the Sega Genesis. In the UK it was always called the Sega Mega Drive. So yeah, one of my school friends had Mortal Kombat on the Sega Mega Drive, and that was the version that had the tiny little animate, bits of blood that would fly out when you punch the characters. So in the SNES version, when you punch the characters, nothing happened. It was all about fatality and finish him and things like that. But there'll be no blood on the screen or anything like that because the Nintendo one was a very family-friendly version, whereas the Sega version, the Sega Mega Drive version, it had little tiny animated bits of red to represent blood when people got hit, and it caused such a big deal when I was a kid. It was like, oh, wow, that's so gory. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, looking back, it's really cringe, but I remember being impressed by it back in the day. But that's the only Mortal Kombat game I ever played. I do remember enjoying it as a kid, but that's the only one I've ever played. And Raiden, you've got the Legacy Collection on the Switch. Nice. I bet it's fun. If I were to play it, it would be very nostalgic for me. I'd be terrible at it, I know that, but and Planty, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. We're still hunting for that shiny Palkia. Hasn't appeared just yet, but it could always be the next one. And Jilly, Planty the potted plant from Phineas and Ferb. And Jilly's asking, okay, so I will say that reference went over my head. I've heard of Phineas and Ferb, but I don't know what it is, sadly. Amelia, you're hoping that we get this shiny Palkia on encounter number 900. I'm hoping that as well. It would be pretty awesome. It would be pretty awesome. Well, it wasn't on 896, pretty sure. Nope. So we'll try the next one. And Amelia, if it's the 900th one, will I name it after you? Yeah, I mean, I think if anyone guesses the exact number that we get it on, then I'll name it after them. But you never know. You never know when the shiny's going to appear. That's the thing. It's impossible to predict. I'm not going to say it's impossible to control, because there are people that can, but it's impossible for us to control it. Nope. So there was a firework just then. Mifa is barking a tiny bit because she just heard that firework. That's the first firework I've heard this evening. We'll see if there's more. I would, because it's the day before bonfire night, I think there will be some fireworks, sadly, tonight. And Jilly, imagine if it's 899 or 901. Well, it wasn't 899. The next one is 900. So we'll see. And Planty, the weather's beautiful today, slightly cool, but no jacket needed. That sounds like a lovely autumn evening or day, depending on where you are, I suppose. It's definitely cold. Well, I think it's colder than that where I am. I've definitely been needing my jacket recently. Although I will say today has been warmer than the past couple of days. Okay, here we go. Here's 900. I don't think that's shiny. Don't think that's shiny. It's not shiny. But maybe it's 901. Who knows? And Jilly and Amelia look at Mifa and her little head popping out of the bed. Oh, no, she's cute. She is cute. And Raiden, you think it might be on 999? That'd be good. That would be good. Honestly, if I can get this Palkia under odds, so if we get it before encounter number 4096, I'm going to be really happy. So, we shall see. We shall see. Amelia, you're going to guess 1000? Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, and Planty, it's just gone midday where you are. Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, you must be in the US. What is it? 12. It's about 6 hours. Where would that put you? I feel like that's... not sure. Is that round about the east. It must be near the east coast of America, but I don't know where. And Jilly, your Dialga hunt was 2,240. Oof. I'd be very happy with that. I'd be very happy with that. I think, well, my Mewtwo hunt was around that. Was around 2,500 as well. So, I don't know. I would just be really, really, really happy with that. Oh, and Planty, you're in Texas. Gotcha. And it's huge state, you don't mind saying. Yeah, apologies. If anything I say makes it that you feel like you have to say where you are, apologies. No one ever has to say where they are or anything like that. Because internet, personal information and things like that, I completely get it. If people don't want to say, apologies. Sometimes I just say words without thinking that people might not want to say where they're from. Or might feel pressured to say where they're from or something like that. I never want people to think that, so apologies. And Jilly, maybe Palkia will be around the same. I hope so. I really hope so. Could it be 904? That doesn't look shiny to me. Oh. That is very fair, Planty. I'm fine, but I'm not allowed to have your social security number. That's very fair. It's very fair. And Erazushi, your own BDSP legendary hunt took 1,967 encounters. So you would think that's quite a cool, if oddly specific, guess to go for. I think you may. Let me see. I'm gonna have to write these down because there's no way I'm gonna remember that. So bear with me. I'll write that down. So. Because that is not only a very specific number, but it's also a long way away. So I'm not going to be able to remember that. Alright, Erazushi's guessing 1967. Right, I've got that written down. And Jilly, Stardew, yeah, this is one of my favourite Stardew songs. This is one of the winter songs. I don't know any of the names of the Stardew tracks. I've got the soundtracks, but I can never remember what all the songs are called. But this is definitely from the winter season, and I love this bit of music. I think this is my favourite bit of music from Stardew. And Jilly, a few frame drops. Yeah, there's been a few today. It's been pretty. They've been happening all the way through. It's not great. And Planty, you've noticed a lot of big dragonflies where you are. Interesting. I don't know if we actually get dragonflies in the UK. I feel like we get. I don't know if they're technically called dragonflies, but I think we get like flies that look similar to dragonflies, but I think they maybe just get classified as darners. But even then, they're not that common. But I did see a darner flying around my garden in the summer. That's the first time I'd seen one for a long time. But yeah, I did see one this summer. I think they tend to be near water usually, at least in the UK, which is, I was very surprised to see one in my garden. And Katri, you're so mad right now about a player in your game. they beat you when you asked if you could win. I'm not sure. I mean, if it's a game, then maybe were you both playing to win? Because I mean, you know, in a game, whoever wins, you know, unless there's stakes on it, you know, unless it's like a competitive thing and that's your job or whatever, you know, who wins in a game, you know, it should be a secondary priority to you both enjoying the game, if you know what I mean. Like, there can only be one winner, but if both people enjoy playing the game, then everyone that plays the game comes out as a winner, if you know what I mean. So I would just try not to take games too seriously, because when you don't take games too seriously, then basically everyone wins. Jilly, you're a fan of the summer songs? Nice one. No, I do like the summer songs as well. Like all the songs, they're so good. They're so good. Amelia, you like Mifa's theme? Yes, that's a good one as well. That's a good one from The Legend of Zelda. And Katri, breaking news from my friend Malamar. Yeah, I'm very proud of that. I put out a new YouTube short today of the Poochers reporting on some breaking news about Malamar. I was very happy with that YouTube short. It turned out exactly what I wanted it to be. It's great. And Jilly, it's called Winter, the Wind Can Be Still. That's very poetic, actually. I like that. I'll never remember it, but I do like it. And Planty, you've got 2 tubs on your property which you fill with water for stray or wild animals every day. That's really nice. That's a really nice thing to do, because having access to, you know, clean drinking water, I don't know for a fact, but I would imagine that's the most important thing for, you know, wild animals and things like that. So it's nice that you do that. And Raiden, you hear that the Mega Stones are going to be... Oh, hang on, what's happening there? Did I check? Bear with me. No, that's not shiny. You hear that the Mega Stones are going to be able to be awarded for the lower ranks in ZA battles. Yes, I've heard that as well. So it should start in a day or two's time, Season 2. And yeah, I've heard that you only need to do one fight, and then you get last season's Greninja Stone. And if you do a few more to get up to rank S, which isn't that high, I don't know how long it'll take, but it won't be as long as it took to get to K last season. But if you just get to S, then you get the brand new Delphox one. So yeah, I've heard that it's going to be much easier and it's going to take less time. And Amelia, the start of the YouTube short had Mifa. It did. Yeah, it had Mifa at the start, and then it had Daruk being interviewed at the end. I liked it. Oh, and Jilly, you got a shiny Swablu. Nice. I mean, I'm sure you already have it, but shiny Swablu and shiny Altaria, those are really good shinies. And Amelia, currently at rank F. That's really good. I think I got to rank K and then I stopped. This season I just, I think I got to rank K on stream, didn't I? I did not do very well. I don't think I won a single battle in my rounds to get to rank K. I definitely got beaten up a lot. It's not my favourite. I wish that those stones were awarded for different things. Online battling is never going to be something that I particularly enjoy. I'll always prefer playing against a computer with other people, you know, kind of like co-op play, that type of thing. Playing against someone, I mean, even if I'm doing well, a part of me is like, am I making this other person's day a little worse by murdering them? I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, even if I do well in online play, there's a little part of me that's like, I don't feel good about it. So like, either I get hammered and I feel bad, or I do all right and I'm able to beat someone, and then I worry about making their day worse. So I'm not an online battling kind of person, but I will do it to get the stones. And Jilly, you keep sneezing. Well, bless you. Hopefully you feel better. Hopefully you feel better. I can hear more fireworks, but Mifa is not hearing them, which is good. I didn't realise what the time was. We've got about 7 minutes left until it's 7 o'clock, and I'll have to end the stream at around about 7. So we haven't got long. I'm not sure how many more encounters we've got time for. Well, it's not shiny, but we'll get through as many as we can. Jilly, Bletter, yeah. No, I am a destroyer of words. That will happen. Quizzo, the return. Welcome back. You are just in time. We've got about 6 or 7 minutes left of the stream. Amelia, you don't hear any fireworks? Well, that's good. And to be fair, there's not many near where I am. I'm only hearing the occasional one. So hopefully it stays like that. Raiden, you beat Ghost of Yotai yesterday. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I don't really know what that is, but I have seen a lot of adverts for that on my YouTube. Like whenever I watch whenever I watch a video on YouTube at the moment, there's an advert for that game, but I've no idea what it is. But if you've beaten it, I hope you had a good time playing it, because it looks, the graphics look very impressive. I mean, that's all I can really say. Like I say, I know nothing about that game, but it does seem very popular because it's appearing in a lot of adverts that I've seen, and it does look very impressive. So well done. And Jilly, Ewer made you want cheeseburgers, so you're going to order some at the top of the hour. There you go. I don't think that's a bad idea. I think it's always good to treat yourself. I think that's important. So we are on encounter 919. We started today's hunt on 770. So at the moment, we've got through 150 encounters, which is not bad. It feels like I'm getting through about 70 to 75 an hour, which is decent going. Decent, not bad. Certainly faster than the starter hunt. Not as fast as the fossil hunt, but faster than the starter hunt. Oh, and Quizzo, how many encounters for the Poke Radar chain was Houndoom? I don't know the answer for that. I will work it out eventually. So I will once the whole run is wrapped up. I do want to make a little video about the whole journey, about catching everything. You know, how each hunt went. So I will go over it, but one thing I would say is that Houndoom, unlike all of the others, it's a little hard to track the encounters for that because of the way that the Poke Radar works. I could either go by the number of broken chains we had to get through, or go through the number of Houndooms we saw, but I don't know if that really tells a story because it's a weird one. The Pokeradar one, it's a little hard to compare, honestly. I don't think there's a good way to compare it to all the others. So I think, and Angela, you said that you'll do that right after. You really don't have to. And I think honestly, I don't even think it's worth it. I think that's something that I'll just do in my own time when I come to do the video. Because I could put a number down there, but any number I put down there, I'd have to explain what that means and why. Because like I say, it's a bit of a weird one in that, the particular chain that we got the Houndoom, we got up to a catching chain of 11, I think, and that's when it appeared. So it appeared on a catching chain of 11, but it took quite a few broken chains to get there. And in each of those broken chains, some broke at 1, some broke at 7, some broke at 4, some broke. So the number of Houndooms that we encountered is not really reflective. It didn't. I don't know. It feels like the type of thing that if I was to actually explain it in words in a video, that might be better, rather than having it written on a graphic, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Jilly, please, there's no need to go through it, because I think if I create a video and then just explain, we got the Houndoom after a certain number of failed chains, it took an hour and a half, I think that gives more context around what it was. It's a bit of the Pokeradar. When I included the Pokeradar in this playthrough, I didn't really think about how I might, convey the number of encounters until it was already upon me, and then I suddenly realized actually no real metric tells the whole story. I honestly, I think the best metric is how long it took us from start to finish, which that was about an hour and 20 minutes. In my mind, that particular metric, in terms of like the length of time it took me to get it, that tells the best picture about how quickly it was. Because I think if you just go by the number of broken chains, I don't think that tells a story of how many encounters we got in those. I think if you just go encounters, that doesn't adequately take into account the number of broken chains we had. It's a weird one, is what I'm trying to say. It was a good one, but yeah, the Pokeradar is a bit weird. It's also the only method in the entire game where you can actually affect the odds. So the further we got in that chain, the better our odds got. And honestly, I was really lucky to get it when we got it. To get the and this is another thing, when I do, because like I say, I will do a video of this eventually. I don't know when it'll be, but I will do one. I will explain exactly what the chances of finding the shiny were when we got it, because it wasn't 1 in 4,096 when we got the Houndoom, but I don't think it was a million miles off. It certainly was nowhere near because with a Pokeradar, your odds go from the base rate of 4,096 at the start of your chain, all the way down to 1 in 99 if you get to a chain up to 40. We got to a chain of about 11, but it's not a linear reduction in odds. So what I mean by that, it's not a static increase for each chain. It's kind of gradual until you get to about a chain of 30, and then your odds plummet. So it's not a linear progression. It's a very gradual one up to a point, and then a sudden one. So what I mean by that is, when we were at a chain of 11, our odds were better than 1 in 4,096, but not by an awful lot. It was really, really lucky that we found that patch of grass. And I'm suddenly realising it's gone 7 p.m. and I'm still talking. Apologies, everyone. Right, we didn't get the shiny that time. I'm going to do one more encounter, and then I'll probably have to end the stream. And Quizzer, when will be the last encounter? Sorry, I've not been paying attention to the chat. I've just been talking, I've just been talking about the Pokeradar, haven't I? Apologies. Yeah, this will be the last encounter. And Quizzo, you need to unleash your inner Palkia. There you go. Amelia, look at Mifa. Yeah, she's currently licking the bed right now, and she's stopped and she's looking at me, looking at the camera. Yeah. Okay, right. I think we're ready for the last encounter. Andrew, thank you for the shiny look. Thank you for everyone that's joined the stream so far today. Thank you for the Giagas from Jilly and Quizzo. Both of you clearly know how to speak Palkia, so well done on being bilingual, being able to speak Palkia. It's not shiny. Sorry, everyone. But we have got through over 150 encounters today, which is good going. We're getting closer and closer to full odds. It's still a long way away, so if we get it in the next week or so, it will still be really we'll still be really lucky of us if we get it. I will be streaming tomorrow. Oh, Aoife, I know. Hold on. I'll be streaming tomorrow, and I'll also be streaming on Thursday. I won't be streaming on Friday because I'll be going into the office. I think I mentioned that I might not have to go into the office as much because of this new role I've got. But I've just found out that actually I will have to go into the office pretty much the same as always, which is a bit of a disappointment. But so yeah, I'll be able to stream tomorrow. I'll be able to stream on Thursday, but Friday I'll be Friday I will be working from the office, which means I won't be able to stream. But the next stream will be tomorrow. We'll be able to do another couple of hours, and that's pretty much it, I think. What time tomorrow, says Jilly? Same time, so 5. I finish work at 4. If I'm working from home, that means I'm pretty much ready to stream by about 5 p.m. So I'll be streaming from 5 until 7 tomorrow, and 5 until 7 on Thursday, and that's UK time. Daruk and Mifa are currently barking to each other, so Mifa's barking, Daruk has heard Mifa, so Daruk is barking downstairs now. So they're both saying goodbye. So have a wonderful rest of your... Oh, actually, wait, sorry. Tomorrow is bonfire night. And I'm not sure it's a good idea for me to stream on bonfire night, because there's going to be loads of fireworks. I've got a feeling that it's going to be really stressful for my wife to have to deal with Daruk during firework night. I might not stream tomorrow, actually. I think the next stream is probably better on Thursday, actually. So yeah, apologies. I'm thinking on my feet now, and actually bonfire night is a bad idea to stream, because there's going to be loads of fireworks here. It's just going to be chaos. Even just having me and Mifa in the attic, if there's fireworks going off, and a lot of them, it's going to stress her out. I will want to pick her up and comfort her, and I can't really do that if I'm streaming. So actually, yeah, there won't be a stream tomorrow. The next stream will be Thursday. That's probably best. So for anyone in the UK, have a great bonfire night. Hopefully you're able to keep all your pets nice and calm and safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.